कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यमुना तीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यमुना तीरवनचारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. So we'll begin with the Mangalacharan prayers. Om Jnanatirmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Thank you for everyone for coming here. Thank you, Mani Mataji, for blessing us with your association. You should give class here. Thank you. And thank you everyone for coming here. So today we are going to look at the 23rd chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, the wives of the Bramanas, blessed. We'll start with the first verse. If you could share, Mataji. Shri Gopa Uchuhu Rama Rama Mahabaho Krishna Dushta Nibarhana Yesha Vai Bhadate Shunnas Tachantim Kartumarhata Rama Rama Mahabaho Krishna Dushta Nibarhana Yesha Vai Bhadate Shunnas Tachantim Kartumarhata. Somebody wants to.
Shri Gopa Uchuhu
Shri Gopa Uchuhu
Rama Rama Mahabaho
Rama Rama Mahabaho
Krishna Dushta Nibarhana
Krishna Dushta Nibarhana
Esha Vai Bhadate Shunnas
Yesha Vai Bhadate Shunnas
Tachantim Kartum Arhata
Tachantim Kartum Arhata.
Shri Gopa Uchu
Shri Gopa Uchu
Rama Rama Mahabaho
Rama Rama Mahabaho
Krishna Dushta Nibarhana
Krishna Dushta Nibarhana
Esha Vai Bhadate Shunnas
Yesha Vai Bhadate Shunnas
Tachantim Kartum Arhataha
Tachantim Kartum Arhataha.
Shri Gopa Uchuha
Shri Gopa Uchuhu
Rama Rama Mahabaho
Rama Rama Mahabaho
Krishna Dushta Nibarhana
Krishna Dushta Nibarhana
Isha Vai Bhadate Shunnas
Yesha Vai Bhadate Shunnas
Tachantim Kartum Arhataha.
Tachantim Kartum Arhataha. So, Krishna daily goes to the Vrindavan forest and he herds the cows with all the gopas, and this he does every day. And throughout the day when he does, he also has to eat in the afternoon, right? And we have their lunch, right? So Yashoda Maya prepares nice lunch and then she sends it to Krishna through her servants, and they come and deliver the prasadam or bhoga to Krishna. So he takes that. Actually it should prasadam because they offer it to Vishnu and give to Krishna. So it is prasadam, it's not bhoga. And so Krishna, however, this time he wanted to do something different. He wanted to bless the wives of the Brahmanas. So he just took all the cowherds and then he took a different route, purposefully, with all the cows and cowherds. And then they went deep into the forest. Now, the servants cannot reach them. They don't, because they don't know where they are. Okay, So they have come here somewhere. And then the lunchtime came. So the Gopas were saying to Krishna, this verse almost sounds like Hare Krishna mantra, Rama Rama Krishna. So to Balaram and Krishna, here Rama refers to Balaram. Balaram and Krishna, they are saying that, we are very much pained by this hunger. You should remove this hunger. We'll read the translation, then we'll again look at the verse. The cowherd boy said, "O Rama, Rama, mighty armed one, O Krishna, chastiser of the wicked, we are being harassed by hunger and you should do something about it." So it looks like they are mixed devotees, like you feel hunger, you go to the Lord and then say, "Give us our daily bread." Prabhupada many times chastises that, and then we see that even the Gopas are also saying, we are very much harassed by hunger, you should do something about it. Actually, they are eternal associates of the Lord, and therefore they have pure prema for the Lord. Anything they does, it is going to be only for satisfying Krishna. So when hunger comes, they immediately remember that Krishna has to take prasadam. We see that sometimes, devotees in some places, when earthquake suddenly comes, they think, I have to take care of my deity. Suddenly that, intuition comes. They just go and grab the deity and then just run away instead of just saving themselves, because he's a person. He's there with us. And that awareness of personality is there. So similarly, when the Gopas feel the hunger, they think about Krishna. Oh, Krishna must be feeling hunger. So we should take care of Krishna's hunger. But how do you please Krishna? You want to serve Krishna, you go and ask Krishna only, how to fulfill. Many times when we go for preaching or book distribution, we ask mercy from Krishna or Mahaprabhu, because even for serving Krishna, he has to, give us mercy so that we can very nicely serve. Just like a mother, sometimes you would see she's having a child, and the child feels hunger, or if the mother feels hunger, she might think that, I'm talking about good mother. In Kali Yuga, you have all sorts of mother. There's a good mother who cares about the child. When she feels cold, she immediately thinks, oh, he must be feeling cold. I have to go and wear, proper jacket for that, like that. So the boys are also feeling that, they must be very hungry. So we have to beg them to serve. So they are asking Krishna to find us a way for them to satisfy the hunger. Sometimes we offer to Krishna, we offer mainly to satisfy us. We just keep the plate in the altar, and then we think that 7 minutes I have to wait. I have to rush. Okay, as soon as the clock rings, we immediately go on to grab the plate. That is also good in that sense that we at least have a consciousness that first Krishna has to eat, next I will eat. But we have to go beyond that as well. At least we should think in our mind that we have to offer to Krishna. Krishna has to eat. Then we will honor the remnants. Here, Krishna is also called, if you go to the verse, Mataji, little bit up. Yeah. Krishna is called Dushta Nibarhana. Dushta Nibarhana. He removes all the wicked things. Here, the Shastra says that the hunger is actually an enemy of the man, a human being. Any Purusha, any person, hunger is an enemy. Why? Because it makes us work in this world. To satisfy this, we work very hard just to satisfy this much. So he's saying, just as you kill all the wicked people, you should also, destroy this hunger. Shun is that shut is actually hunger. So they beg in this way that to satisfy their hunger. Here they are calling out Balram first. Rama Rama Mahabaho. They are not calling out to Krishna. Can somebody guess why? Yes, please.
Hare Krishna. I can try, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So they are indicating that Krishna might be hungry. And we can see Balram as the Supreme Personality of Servitor Godhead. So it's the time for service. I was thinking it's an indication of doing service to Krishna.
Very nice. So we approach the Guru first to serve Krishna, and then we add. Also, the other thing is Krishna also likes to follow the etiquette. So we have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu. When several devotees go on to worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first, he says you go and worship Nityananda Prabhu first. So because he is an elder brother. So here they know that Krishna will like it if we approach Balram first. So therefore they are calling out to Rama Rama Mahabaho. As you were also saying, that we approach Almighty Balram, who is also the Guru Tattva first, to properly serve Krishna. Next verse. Shri Shukavacha Iti Vigyapito Gopay Bhagavan Devaki Sutta Bhaktaya Viprabharyaya Prasidan Idam Abravit. So you are recognizing Prasidan Idam Abravit. The phrase often comes in Bhagavad Gita. Prasidan Idam Abravit. Okay, somebody can read the translation. You can go like in rotation.
Shukdev Goswami said, thus entreated by the cowherd boys, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the son of Devaki, replied as follows, desiring to please certain of his devotees who were Brahmanas' wives.
And this is the main thing that Krishna is enacting here, that even from the beginning, he only created the hunger for these boys and he only misguided them to come into the forest. Why? This is the main intent. Viprabharyayaha prasidhan. So to satisfy the wives of the Bramanas, he is performing this whole thing. Therefore, he is called Bhagavan. Bhagavan, who controls everyone. Bhagavan. Next verse. Prayata deva yajanam Brahmana brahmavadinaha Satramangirasam nama Hyasade swarga kamyaya.
Lord Krishna said, please go to the sacrificial arena where a group of Brahmanas, learned in the Vedic injunctions, are now performing the Angiras sacrifice to gain promotion to heaven.
So there are a group of Brahmanas, they are performing nearby Angirasa sacrifice. Angirasa sacrifice is one, if you want to go to heaven, you can perform that Angirasa sacrifice. And you have to perform that for 24 days. And it's a animal sacrifice. They cut animal in that. But animal gets a good future in that. So here, Krishna is saying, Prayata, go there. They are performing this worship of Deva. Who is Deva? Is Supreme Lord. Krishna says that, he is the benefactor of all the living entities, and he is the main person who is partaking yajna. Yajna is to worship the Supreme Lord. So this yajna is being performed by these Brahmanas with a desire for swarga. They are not interested in liberation. They are interested in Swargaloka. Swargaloka is very enticing. So somebody called Ibn Alexander, he had a near-death experience, and he had something like experience with Swargaloka, something similar. I don't know where exactly he went. So he describes in his book, it's a New York Times bestseller book. He enters into that realm, and that realm, your senses are very much enlivened, so perfect, attuned, that, for example, when you're watching a YouTube video, the 360 pixel, one video resolution, and then you have 4K resolution. So this world, what you're experiencing through, is like 360 pixel resolution. And then when he entered into that realm, it was like 4K resolution he's watching. So clarity with his eyes. Ears are so fine, all your senses work like anything. You just take a rose and then you smell, you may even faint. It's your nose is very much attuned to do that. And then you have your own Vimana there. You could just fly around, not like you need to put this fuel every station, or you need to pay money. You have your own Vimana. It's just like a butterfly. It's just flapping around, and then it's just flying around. And then your senses are so perfect that you could see sound. He was able to see the sound. What is that? Whatever that means. He was able to see the sound. And then he's a neurologist doctor. He had this experience. And he was also saying that there was the sound Om pervading everywhere. And so he also had his companion as well. So you don't get bored like that. So that sort of experience you get. So by performing this yagya, you walk among the gods. So we might sometimes think that, Swarga is fine, we'll just aim for liberation, we'll go to spiritual world. But when we really see something like that, we may even just, we'll have second thoughts. Maybe I should worship Krishna here and then, go to Vrindavan later. But it's very difficult to worship Krishna. Why? You'll have a lot of enjoyment. There is no misery. Just by being in that place, you will feel blissful. It is like that. So, very difficult to worship Krishna. Sometimes we chant our rounds, and sometimes we get misery in our life. Material world kicks left and right. Then we chant. We take shelter of Krishna with the full attention, and then the chanting becomes even more focused and more relishable. So, very difficult to worship Krishna in Swargaloka. So, we are fortunate to stay here, but these Bramanas, they want to go to Swargaloka. They're not even interested in liberating themselves. That shows their petty-mindedness, that they are not aiming for the highest thing, that they are aiming for something, subpar thing. If you have some instrument that you could use it for full purpose, like for example, I have a car, I can use it to drive around. But if I just have a car and then just I sit every day inside the car and then come out, that's not the purpose of car. The purpose of the car is to drive and then take benefit of that. Similarly, the human body, the fullest benefit we can attain is get out of this material world. And even beyond that, you can achieve love for God. But aspiring for anything lesser than that it's actually kripana buddhi, that we are a miserly person. He has a lot of wealth and doesn't want to use just $100 only. I'll use everything else is stashed. Just like sometimes I look at my bank balance and then I say, this I'm never going to use it. It's just going to be staying in the bank only forever. It's like a wealth guarded by the snake. Nobody can use it. Neither me, nor future generation, or the government. Anyways, so here, Swarga Kama. For Swarga Kama, they are performing this Satra. Satra is a sacrifice where a lot of rishis, a lot of Bramanas, they sit together and then perform this Satra Yagya. Krishna himself mentions they are Brahmavadis. So Brahma means Vedas. You would see that followers of the Vedic injunctions. Can someone remember where exactly in other place in Bhagavatam that Brahma means Veda is mentioned? Pandit. So, can we open the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Janmadyasya yatonmayati taratas Charte svabhignaswarat. Okay, let's do that slowly. Janmadi asya yataha. Janmadi asya yatonvayat. Itaratas. Charte svabhignaswarat. Janmadhyasya yatonvayati taratas. Charte svabhignaswarat. Tene Brahma Hrida Ya Adikavaye. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavaye. Muhyanti Yat Suraya. You can start once I complete. So here, we'll stop here. Tene Brahma Hrida Ya Adikavaye. Sometimes we take it as Brahma here means Lord Brahma. No, here, if you look at the word for word, Brahma, could you scroll a little bit down? Yes, where is it? Okay, you see that? Can you highlight that Brahma? Yes, that, exactly. Brahma, the Vedic knowledge. Okay, so where is Brahma? Actual Brahma comes here. Adikavi. Adikavi. He is the first poet. Look at anything in this world, it looks very poetic, artistic. So he is the first poet to create Adikavi. So Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavaye. So that Brahma, that is the Vedas, he is importing into the heart of Lord Brahma. Okay, we can go back to the other one. So for Krishna Mataji, there is going to be a lot of exercise. I warned her. Okay, so Brahmavadinaha. So literally it means those who speak Vedas. But because their mind is petty, how can they speak Vedas? Because Krishna says, Vedascha sarvair ahameva vedyaha. I am the conclusion of the Vedas. So they should know. If they know Vedas, they discuss Vedas, they should know Krishna is the ultimate. Later we will see that they will not recognize Krishna properly and they will disrespect also. So how can they be Brahmavadi? How can they discuss Vedas? So we should have another interpretation. Okay. So in Sanskrit, this A, it can expand. Okay. So you have the word Nityananda. So what is Nityananda? Can somebody split it? Nitya Ananda. Nitya Ananda. Nityananda, there was only one A. When you split it up, you have Nitya, one A here, Ananda, one more A here. You can expand it. Okay. So here in the second line, if you see, Brahmana, Brahmavadinaha. So you can take the A from the previous word and then you can just pull it here. Abrahmavadinaha. They are not conversant with Vedas. This is the explanation our Acharyas give. Abrahmavadinaha. So they are not. In Sanskrit, there is no space. By the way, if you are thinking they have given space, how can you simply pull it from the previous word? So if you look at the old manuscripts, you would see that everything without space, like that, they would have written. You have to figure out where the word ends, where the word starts. Okay, so they would have written here without space, Brahmana, Brahmavadinaha, and you have to, figure out where to split it. So I put it here or here. So, anyways, it gives naturally. Krishna, when he speaks with multiple meanings. Brahmana, Brahmavadinaha. So they are not conversant with the Vedas. Therefore, they are not recognizing Krishna. Or Brahmavadi also means that they are just chanting the Vedas, but they don't understand the meaning. You see that some people very nicely recite verses, they don't have understanding of the meaning. So similarly, these people are also simply reciting the Vedas without having proper understanding of the meanings. Or the other meaning is, Prabhupada often takes that meaning in Bhagavad Gita purports, or even in Ishopanishad. It says, Vedavata Rataha. So Vedavata Rataha, he says that those who are yes, okay. This is in the purport of Ishopanishad 9. If you can go to the, okay, here. Such Vedavata Ratas are especially condemned in this mantra by very appropriate Sanskrit words, Vidyayam Rataha. So here, Prabhupada says Vedavata Rataha, so-called students of the Vedas. They do not understand the real purpose of the Vedas. Sometimes we do many things ritualistically. We don't understand, we are actually trying to please the Supreme Lord. Many times, especially something which have been inherited culturally, we do that, but we don't understand the purpose of that is to please Krishna. So similarly here also, Brahmavadis means that they are simply discussing about Vedas without actually understanding the purpose of the Vedas. Okay, we can go to the previous verse. Yes. Next one. Also Krishna here shows that he wanted to show that bhakti is going to please. Not austerities or tapas or performance of sacrifices. If you have bhakti, that is what is going to please Krishna. That is what he will show at the end. That when the Brahmanas' wives, they have a lot of bhakti for the Lord. They will run toward the Lord. But then these Brahmanas, they will condemn themselves at the end. I don't think we will reach to the end, at this speed. So somebody, after one time I gave class, somebody at the end of the class was saying, what was the purpose of your class? So the purpose of the class, I want to clarify at least now, is that we will remember about Krishna throughout. We may not be able to complete the chapter. Okay, so we touch the pastime, we just chew the pastimes. That we are coming in contact with the Krishna, even if it is not complete. If you, for example, if you take a karma kanda activity, you have to complete. If you start it, if you don't complete it, you will not get a result. But in bhakti, it is not like that. You start an activity, in between you leave, still that is beneficial for you. It is not that you have to complete it in bhakti. So, we'll see where we are going to stop. Fourth verse. Yeah. Tatra gatva udanam gopa yachatasmad visarjitaha kirtayanto bhagavata aryasya mama chabidham. Translation.
When you go there, my dear cowherd boys, simply request some food. Declare to them the name of my elder brother, the Supreme Lord Balaram, and also my name, and explain that you have been sent by us.
I can go back to the verse. Yes. No. Previous verse. Yes. Tatra gatva odanam gopaha. So he says that going there, go and beg for some rice. And he says first, kirtayanta bhagavata. So tell the name of Bhagavan. Yeah, who is saying? Krishna is saying. He says, go and tell the name of Bhagavan. So how can he himself call, himself Bhagavan? Usually Krishna is a very shy person. It's explained in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. He doesn't show himself. He's very shy. You have to beg. So here sometimes he gets the mood of Aishwarya and he talks like in Bhagavad Gita, some places, but generally he's a very shy person. So here he says, when he says Bhagavata, that is referring to Balram. He's saying, Bhagavan is standing here, Balram is standing here. Then you first tell Balram's name, then you tell my name. He's also feeling that you're going to Bramanas. They may think that, you are just being sent by a Vaishya. Krishna is a Vaishya. Vaishya is lower in the ladder. So he thought at least if he says Balram's name, Balram is son of Rohini and Vasudev. So he's at least Kshatriya. So at least he can tell Kshatriya's name first. At least they'll have some change of heart, by mentioning that. So this is his intention also. Bhagavata. Then you tell my name. Go and beg. So begging, in our preaching, we do this, begging. especially, book distribution, Mataji personifies that go and literally beg, We beg for so many things. We beg for their attention. We beg for their time. We beg for their influence. We beg for their money. Why? We want to serve Krishna, to please Krishna. That is our intention. Here, Krishna himself is saying, yachata. Yachata means go and beg, literally. So, but how do we beg? We'll see that how this Brahmana, the Gopas are going and begging. What is the mood to beg? Later we'll look into it. So he's sending them to yajna. Why? In general, when you are performing in yajna, you have to do food. You have to give food in charity. We do any program, there will be prasadam. If they are satisfied with the lecture or not, at least they will be satisfied with the prasadam. They will not criticize. So it's a mercy for the speakers. So here also, because they are performing yajna, so he is just sending them because in the hope of getting some food. But ultimate purpose of Krishna is to glorify the wives of the Brahmanas. Okay, we'll go into the next verse. Yes, please feel free to stop, ask question and reflect also. Yeah.
So, I don't know if we'll get that far, but I wanted to ask this question and maybe you can answer later also. When Krishna says, take Balaram's name first and then you take my name, but when we see when they actually go to beg, they don't mention Balaram's name. So maybe you can elaborate on that when it comes there.
Yeah, and so Mataji knows the subject matter already. I was keeping it as a secret. No, we'll definitely look into that point. Ityadishta bhagavata gatva yachantate tatha kritanjali puta vipran kritanjali puta vipran dandavat patita bhuvi. Translation.
Thus instructed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the cowherd boys went there and submitted their request. They stood before the Brahmanas with palms joined in supplication and then fell flat on the ground to offer respect. Yeah, so you can, after the translation, you can go to the verse by default, Mataji. Yeah. So here, Kritanjali Putaha. Kritanjali is like this, hold your palms like that. They go to the Brahmanas. So this is how we go for begging, because we have to give them respect. So many times we might think that why I have to beg, Prabhupada many times says, these are rascals and fools. I'll also go and say, hey rascal, come here. Give me the money for Krishna. Good luck with that. They are not going to open up their heart. Their heart has to be first opened up. So for that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, you carry trina in your mouth, and then you go and beg. So in begging, we go and do that with trina. So here they fall flat. So sometimes, one time there was an initiation ceremony was happening, and Prabhupada was conducting that for his disciples. The disciples' mother has come for the initiation. She is not practicing devotee. So Prabhupada stopped the initiation yajna in between. And then he said, you go and offer obeisances to your mother. First touch her feet and come. So this person went and touched the feet of the mother, and then he came back. So by that, mother was like, her heart opened. Now she can, little bit, connect with that. Oh, they are doing something nice. And then later, I think probably he wanted some money or something like that. He went to the home of the parent, and then he clicked on the calling bell. Ting, ting. Then the mother came and opened the door. She said, oh, nobody was there. Where is it? Oh, a person fell down flat. Dandavats. He's doing dandavats to mother. Oh, what is this you are doing? He said, my Guru Maharaj said that, fall flat, dandavats to your parents before, you ask for anything. So that's why so she is happy. Her heart is opened. So similarly, when we are meeting for preaching, we have to glorify them. Some glorification has to be there so that they will think, okay, we are a valued person. We have something, valuable. Then if we speak, it will enter to their heart. They can connect. Otherwise, it is difficult to penetrate the message. Though Prabhupada says, fools and rascals, when these people are fools and rascals, these the administrators and everybody. But then when he meets the administrator, he will say, oh, you are a very nice administrator. Huh? He glorifies. Huh? He doesn't scold them. Huh? He does with even Indira Gandhi. He has, private conversation, he has scolded. But then when he met Indira Gandhi, he said, you are actually a representative of the Lord. Not only Prabhupada did it, even his Guru Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when he met the governor, the British governor there, you would see that picture, if you search in the Google, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur meets the British governor, and you'll see that he has a huge banner on the top which says, God bless the king. The governor is like a king. And then he had made all his disciples dress up like almost like royal servants kind of a thing. And then they were just welcoming. And even he himself has wore a coat kind of a dress. He was just walking, and then a lot of garlands. You could have easily said, Manu Samhita says, if you are eating cow meat, you are just nothing but a mlecha. You could have said that. But he didn't say. Purpose is to effectively preach. Effective preaching, it is not duplicitous, that we will speak something inside, outside we will just, go and give a duplicitous behavior. Effective preaching, we need to open up their heart. For effective preaching, the glorification also has to be genuine, not like, okay, you are looking good, you are this, that, whatever it is, now listen to me. That is not going to work. Genuine glorification. We'll go to the next verse. He bhumi deva shrunuta Krishnasya desha karuna Praptan janita bhadrambo Gopan no Rama Chodita. Translation.
The cowherd boys said, O earthly gods, please hear us. We cowherd boys are executing the orders of Krishna, and we have been sent here by Balarama. We wish all good for you. Please acknowledge our arrival.
Okay. So here they are saying, oh Bhumi Deva, you are gods of the, walking in the earth. That's how they are glorifying them. Huh? Actually, in the previous verse, our Acharya say, they actually fell flat dandavats because Krishna asked them to do, go and do dandavats. Because initially they were not having very good opinion about the Bramanas. Huh? So Krishna thought, they might just even not proper disrespect. So he said, fall flat. Huh? Yes, here. They not only fall flat, they started glorifying. You are the gods walking among the people in the earth. Bhumi Deva. So that's how we glorify. And it is not exaggeration. Manu Samhita, Manusmriti actually says, there is a section called glorification of the Brahmanas, where it's like the whole world belongs to the Brahmanas. Whatever they have given to others, remnants, that becomes the property for others. It's like that. And even in Krishna, Vishnu himself in 3rd canto, when he meets the Kumaras, the 4 Kumaras, he's like glorifying left, right and center about the Brahmanas. Huh? So when they are praising here Bhumi Devas, it is actually truth. So what is glorification when we do in preaching? It has to be truth. We are just showing light upon the truth. It should be like that. Not that the person does not have any qualification, I will just put him in the pedestal. He might even feel this guy is insulting me or this guy is praising me. I have no clue. Huh? It should not be like that. It should be a genuine appreciation of the qualities. The other side, sometimes we receive some glorification. So at that time, no. I really like it inside, but no. Immediately, for me also it comes sometimes. Somebody says, no, Prabhu, not like that. But the way to respond to devotee's glorification is you acknowledge why you want to make the person happy. Just like a person comes and gives a rose as a birthday gift to you. You don't say, you don't throw it away, correct? We take it and then thank you, like that. So if somebody takes their time and effort to glorify us, we acknowledge, we say thank you. But if we pass on the glorification internally in our heart to our previous Guru, Parampara, however, we respond to them properly because it will satisfy the person, other person who is giving that. So here they are glorifying. And then the first thing they are saying is, Krishnasya Adesha Karinaha. We are the order carriers. Adesha is order. We are the order carriers of Krishna. But what did Krishna say? He said, tell Balram's name first, right? But what are they saying? Krishna's name first. Huh? So they said Krishna's name first. Then they remembered, he said to say Balram's name first. We forgot. Then they started thinking what to say. Okay, before we figure out what to say, they say Bhadram Vaha. Right? Be good fortune to you. They are taking some time. They don't know what to say. They have to put Balram's name somehow. Huh? So at the end they said, Ramachodita. Then they figured out, okay, we are sent by Lord Balram actually. We are carrying order carriers of Krishna, but we remember now Balram's name we should say first. So we will say that, Balram's name at the end. So in between they put a word fillers. Bhadramte. Otherwise it's not fitting. Why suddenly they will say Bhadramte? You see, Vaisheshika Prabhu used to write, I'm not sure whether he writes now or not. Writes now. Bhadramte. I'm not receiving emails now from him, so I don't know. Bhadramte. Auspiciousness unto you. Here Bhadram Vaha. You. Vaha is also you. Same thing. Bhadram Vaha. Auspiciousness unto you. Okay. We can go to next verse. The other thing Jiva Goswami says is that they said Krishna's name first because even though Krishna asked them to say Balaram's name first, they are very much attached to Krishna. They say automatically they remembered Krishna. Sometimes we think, Jagannath is coming in the Ratha, then Baldev is coming in the Ratha, Subhadrama is coming in the Ratha. Where should I stand? Which Ratha should I stand? We get confused. It's okay because Krishna himself is manifesting as Balaram, same person. Whomever your heart, goes to, you can go and worship that form of the Lord. So here, their heart naturally went to Krishna. So they put Krishna's name first. Krishnasya Adesha Karinaha. Next verse. It's a different meter. It's Upajati. It's 12 syllables. So the tune also changes. Gascharayanta vavidura odanam. Gascharayanta vavidura odanam. Rama chutavo lashato bhubhukshito. Tayodvijao danamartinoryadi. Shraddha chavo yachata dharma vittama. Shraddha chavo yachata dharma vittama. Also, when we go for begging, we glorify, but we also tell the correct philosophy.
Though we glorify them, we appreciate them, we tell the correct philosophy as well. You can read the translation. Who has the mic?
Lord Rama and Lord Achyuta are tending their cows not far from here. They are hungry and want you to give them some of your food. Therefore, O Brahmanas, O best of the knowers of religion, if you have faith, please give some food to them.
So remember, these are the boys, and these are Vaishya boys, and they are standing in front of these Brahmanas, and this is like great persons. Nowadays, you cannot perform this sacrifice and Longirasa as a sacrifice. Many people don't even know what is the rules to perform, and you do mispronounce one syllable, you will get a reverse effect like Vritrasura. So, what happened to the Vritra story? He said, Indra Shatro Vivardhasva. He said, Indra Shatru, enemy of Indra, or killer of Indra, terminator. Indra's terminator. Indra Shatro, O enemy of Indra, Vivardhasva, arise. He said that, correct word. But Indra Shatru has two meanings. Indra Shatru means Indra Shatru. In Indra, killer. Killer of Indra. But it also, in Sanskrit, there is a compound interpretation called Bahuvri Samasa. So what it can mean? One whose killer is Indra. Okay? Indra Shatru can also mean whose killer is Indra. Completely opposite meaning. You are not killing Indra, you will be killed by Indra. So how does the yajna know what is your intention? So you have to use the tone. Indra Shatro, that is one meaning. Indra Shatro, that is another meaning. You see how tone becomes very important. So he changed the tone. That's it. The whole yajna is done. You got a completely opposite result. So when you are performing Vedic sacrifices, sometimes we also perform sacrifice. That's Pancharatric sacrifice or just worship of the Lord. But Vedic sacrifice, when you are chanting the Vedic mantras, you got to be very careful. So these Brahmanas know how to perform these complex Vedic sacrifices. You need a lot of details and mathematical calculations, how much size this yajna should be, and then what are all the things. When you do some kind of falls, there is a person separately whose only duty is to just remove the falls. So you have it's like almost an organization. You have different members doing. One person will recite, one person will actually measure the yajna kunda shala, and then what kind of fire should be put and things like that. One person is just correcting the mistakes. When somebody does a mistake, which will happen in a large sacrifice, he will just go and perform another prayashchita to cover up that. So like that. So looking at this, these people got scared. These boys. We have seen Brahmanas in our village, Vraja, but here they look very, lot of power looks like, Tejas is there. They are not like simple-hearted Brahmanas like who we have. They used to respect Krishna, the Brahmanas in our village. Here, I do not know whether they will even respect or not. Initially they said they are feeling hungry. Here they are saying Krishna and Balram are feeling hungry. What that means, they are asking food for only two people. You see, they just got completely bewildered by the look of these Brahmanas. They said only Krishna and Arjuna, Achyuta or Balram want the food. Just to give them food. We are not wanting food and other things. So Rama Achyuta, Rama Achyuta, Rama and Achyuta is Krishna. So they have asked for just rice, odanam, annam, just rice. They didn't even ask anything else. No sabji, no payasam, all these things. Just. Then they may ask this question: okay, why didn't they come? Why you have to come for that? They are the beggars. They should come here. So they said, Gaha charayanto. They are taking care of the cows. The cows, they cannot leave the cows and then come here. If they come, the cows will follow them naturally. We can come here. They will just still stay with Krishna. But if Krishna comes, then the cows will also, walk. So they are taking care of these cows. That is why they are not able to come.
Shraddha, if you have Shraddha, Yadi Shraddha, if you have faith upon us that we are the representatives of Rama and Achyuta, then you give us. Now this time, by the time they recited the last line, they got frustrated. These people simply keeping quiet, not answering anything. Huh? They say, put a sarcastic word, dharma vittamaha. You know what is the dharma. You know dharma, what it is. That what is the dharma? In the Upanishads, it says that those who beg for food, you should give them food. That is dharma. Huh? So he said dharma vittamaha. Because you know dharma, you should know how to behave here. Dharma vittamaha. Or it is has another meaning also. Dharma vit means knowing of dharma. Tama. What is tama? Tamas? Ignorance. You are ignorant of dharma. You do not know dharma. That is why you are simply still keeping quiet and not answering anything. Okay? They are putting a sarcastic statement at the end. And then they are calling Dvija. So Dvija means twice born. Ja, taking birth, Dvi, 2 times. Dvija, twice born. First birth, seminal birth from your father and mother. Second birth is through what you called is Upanayana. Upanayana samskar, usually performed at the age of 8 or 12 or 13, depending on which varna do you belong. Your father will actually chant the Vedic Gayatri mantra in your ears. That is Upanayana ceremony. And then he will initiate. Who are all the people? Bramanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas. All these 3 are Dvijas. Sometimes the Brahmanas are called Dvija Uttama, greatest among the Dvijas. That is the first. So here they are calling Dvija. But even when they are saying third line, they got frustrated. That's why they said, just to give us rice. So our Acharya say, when they are saying Dvija, you are not twice born. You are just born from 2 people. Dvija. That's all. That means you don't have second birth. Your second birth is useless. You're just a first birth. That's all. Dvija, born from 2 people. Dvija also means a bird. You know why? Coming out. First egg, that's one birth, and then from the egg comes the second word. It's like if you want to call somebody a fool, you can call Dvija. Pun intended. Yeah. Next verse. Dikshaya pashu samsthaya Sautramanyascha sattamaha Anyatra dikshitasyapi Nanam ashnan hi dushyati. Translation.
Except during the interval between the initiation of the performer of a sacrifice and the actual sacrifice of the animal, O most pure Brahmanas, it is not contaminating for even the initiation
it should work.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. Everything takes time. So, just to answer Mataji's question, we sometimes see in the prayers, there's just verse meters change quite often. Sometimes the meter change reflects their mood, different, like Vasanta Tilaka, what do you remember? There's a Brahma Samhita meter. Immediately like Aishwarya, something, it comes to our mind. Then some other meter, you put Kanaka Manjari. There is a meter called Kanaka Manjari, which is actually Tavakatamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavibhiriditam Kalmashapaham. You get it like a very soothing meter. So there's different meters, put the emotion of the different people. And when group prayers are going on, like the Devatas are glorifying, different persons are speaking. So even in the even in the Ras Leela, when gopis speak, the acharyas will point out, actually this gopi is speaking, this gopi. For us, it's like the Gopi Gita is like one prayer, it looks like, but different persons are speaking. Same with the Vedas personified in the 81st chapter, I guess. 81st chapter when they speak, very difficult to understand. Bhanu Maharaj was translating Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary for that. He said, he usually translates very fast. For example, Brihad Bhagavatamrita, he took all the 3 volumes just 3 months. He translated and proofread. He's just quite fast like that. In this case, prayers of the personified Vedas, it took 1 month just 1 chapter alone. So complex to understand. But there, different Vedas speak. Different Upanishads speak. Some Upanishads are very impersonal. They speak impersonal tones. Some Upanishads are very personal. They took personal stance. We see that in Brihad Bhagavatamrita, that the Upanishads, they interact. They take a personal form. Human beings like that. They stand there and then they just interact with each other. This impersonal Upanishads, they come and glorify the impersonal Brahman. So the personal Upanishads, like we have the Gopalatapani Upanishad, they get very angry. They just walk out of the... So, like that, the Upanishads are persons. So, different persons speaking different mood. And the final thing, when you are composing poems, sometimes some names don't fit into the meter. So, you have to choose the meter. For example, if you want to write Radha, it has 2 long syllables, Radha. You have to see which meter allows you to fit. Not every meter will allow you to put 2 long syllables together. So you have to choose a meter like that. So sometimes people choose. And then sometimes you want to convey a lot of information. You pack the regular shloka meter, Bhagavad Gita meter will not be enough. So you just compose a little bit larger verse to compose one information there. Thank you. So, here, coming back to the story, the Gopas are speaking now with details. They are saying, if we can go back to the verse. Yes. Dikshaya. So for every sacrifice, you have an initiation process. The priest take the initiation, then the initiation is also starting of that sacrifice. Dikshaya, after Diksha. Pashu Sangsthaya, before cutting of the animal. It's an animal sacrifice as we discussed earlier. Only between this period, you should not give food in charity. If you have not initiated, that is, you have not started the sacrifice, or you have not performed the animal sacrifice and the killing of the animal, you have completed that, then you can give food. They are saying only during this time you cannot give food. Okay? And they give another exception, Sautramani. There is a sacrifice called Sautramani. It is for Indra, performed for Indra. Again, going to Swargaloka, you can perform. So they give this Sautramani sacrifice as an exception. The general rule is, you take initiation, don't give any food in charity until the animal is cut. After that or before that you can give. But for Sautramani, you should never give until starting to end. You have to just go on. Animal sacrifice doesn't complete this whole sacrifice, killing of the animal. After that also you continue to. Like as we discussed, Angirasa sacrifices goes for 24 days. By this, they are pointing out that they are Panditya. Don't think we do not know. We are not simple Vaishyas. They have not even go to Gurukula yet. You see, Krishna will go to Gurukula later. They have not gone to Gurukula. They didn't, but still they know the details. After Diksha, only you cannot give, otherwise, Because these Brahmanas are standing simply quiet. You have to somehow or the other speak and then convince and then get money for the books. Right, Mataji? So we speak a lot of words. So they are also speaking, they are trying their best to get food from them. For why? They want to satisfy, they want to please Krishna. So, by this, it is also indicated that the animal has been already cut. That is why they are saying, animal has been cut. You have to give food to us. It is okay to give. It's not, there is no fault. Dushyati, na dushyati. There is no fault in this if you give food to us. Okay, next verse. Iti te bhagavat yachyam Shrunvantopi na shushruvu Shudrasha bhuri karmano Balisha vruddhamaninaha. Translation.
The Brahmanas heard this supplication from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, yet they refused to pay heed. Indeed, they were full of petty desires and entangled in elaborate rituals. Though presuming themselves advanced in Vedic learning, they were actually inexperienced fools.
We can go to the verse again. So, now, who is reciting the story? Shukadeva Goswami. Even he gets angry. The Brahmanas are simply standing quiet. He gets angry. So when Shukadeva Goswami is narrating the story, it was happening. Why? It is past, correct? It has already happened. But the Leelas are eternal. Even when we are speaking now, the boys are begging somewhere the food. The same thing is going on. So it is still present. If somebody asks, what is the news today? You should say, the boys are begging the food. That is today's news. So, as you read the pastimes of Krishna, that is what is happening that day. That becomes your news. That's how you can go and discuss with your friends and devotees. So, Bhagavat Yachyam. So, Bhagavan has said, he's saying Bhagavan doesn't need to ask anyone. He has everything. Why would Bhagavan ask? Bhagavan only asks for your own benefit. They did not even understand that point. Simply keeping quiet. When Bhagavan comes and asks you, Krishna is asking you, can you give? You will simply keep quiet. That shows your disrespect to the Lord. He only asks for your benefit. Therefore, this Shukadeva Goswami, he gets angry. He says, Vriddhamanina, Vriddha. They think they are learned. They think they are senior. They think that they are, elevated person. But they are Vriddha, old people. They just grown up in age. But they are not actually Vriddha. They are not wise. Vriddhamanina, they think they are, very wise people. They say, Balisha, childish people. Krishna is asking, and then they are not giving. What he asks? Food. Very simple thing. They could have given.
childish. They are behaving like a childish. Brahmanas, who are supposed to be the leaders of the society, they are behaving like childish. Bhuri karmana, they do lot of activities. He says that lot of activities. To perform a sacrifice, you have to do so many things. As we discussed in the beginning, you have to have a lot of people, you have to do so many arrangements and constructing the yagya kunda. They will have so many yagya kundas there. There is the dakshina fire, there is this fire here, there is that fire here. Everything is going on. It's all bhuri karmana, just simply activities. Full waste, lot of activities without any purpose, because they forgot the purpose. The purpose is to please Krishna. So, Shukadeva Goswami gets very angry, and then he starts scolding them left and right. Shudra asha, petty desires. What is their petty desires? They want to go to Swargaloka. That's all. When Bhagavan comes to your home to ask for food, I just want to go to America. That's it. So, like that, they want to go to just Swargaloka. Okay. Next verse. Yes, Prabhuji.
But do the Brahmanas really know that Krishna is Bhagavan at that point?
Yeah.
Are they thinking he is just like another cowherd boy?
Yeah, very good question. Yes. We will take 2 questions at a time. Huh? I'm just pulling your legs. I'll answer this, then I'll take the next question. So, our Acharyas point out, thank you for bringing that point, that they know, they have heard that Krishna, some people are saying that, so they were silent. You know what they were doing when they were silent? They were discussing among themselves. Should we give them food or should we not give them? They are Vaishyas. No, but some people have said that, Krishna and Balram are actually God. Are they really God? Shraddha is not there fully in their heart that they are really God. So Krishna comes in front of you. How will he look? Will he come with a board, I am Bhagavan? No, he will look like ordinary person. Because premanjina churita bhakti vilochanena, if you have prema, your eyes are anointed with the prema, then you can see Krishna. When I am looking at the deity form, I'll see actually the Sakshatkar form is standing there. Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena. Similarly, when Krishna is standing in front of me, if I don't have this prema, anjana in my eyes, then I look like normal person. You look like a normal person. So you get bewildered. Is this really God or not? So here they actually did not have full faith. Then later, which we will not go there, so anyways I'll just break the news. So later, when the Brahmani wives, they meet Krishna, they will come back home, they'll have a lot of ecstasies in their body. These Brahmanas are learned. It's not that, though we are, minimizing their value, actually they have learned Shastras for a long time. So they know what is the ecstatic symptoms of a bodily, for a person, based on, they really have prema. Then they start, okay, they are actually Bhagavan only. Then they will recognize Bhagavan by looking at the ecstatic symptoms of the wives. Just like Sarbhom Bhattacharya, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fell down with ecstatic symptoms in front of Jagannath, he looked at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He didn't know he was Bhagavan, but he recognized the ecstatic symptoms. He said, this person is like, some great person. So he called them, please bring this person. He's very, a lot of ecstatic symptoms for the Lord is there. Not Rasabhas. Sometimes in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Rupa Goswami talks about Rasabhas. Rasa Abhas. Abhas means imitation of Rasa. It is not real Rasa. Sometimes we see, he gives an example. Suddenly, this enthusiastic devotee says, "Oh Lord, look at me, I'm dancing here." Goes in front of the things and then pushes all the devotees around. Hey, I'm just dancing in ecstasy. So Rasa Bhas, imitation. So those who are learned, they can figure out what is imitation, what is not imitation, what is real. Of course, if it is not imitation, little bit we feeling we have for the Lord, that is good. That is also not full rasa bhas only. But Rupa Goswami says, that rasa bhas is good. Why? It will elevate you further. Sometimes we get a spiritual experience, little bit we feel like we want to cry, or we feel like we feel so bliss inside the heart, especially when we are worshipping Krishna, or when we are hearing his pastimes, or when we are chanting his name. Those are good experiences. So we should cherish them. We should write it down in our book so that we can read that again. Yeah, I had that experience, I want it. So when we have that, I want that, then it will slowly and gradually become more and more increasing, and then it can become real rasa. Did that answer your question? Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, my question is not really related to this verse. Actually, in Bhagavad Gita, a lot of time this happens that when Arjun asks something to Krishna, he's basically pointing to materialistic people and he's asking something on behalf of them. So, what is going on right now in this particular Leela? Is there any kind of indirect pointing that is being done that the Brahmanas are performing that way, and there is some kind of indirect pointing that is going on over here? If not, then it's okay. But I had some feeling that something is...
So basically Krishna is saying that sometimes on the name of religion, we forget the goal of the religion. We becomes what Bhaktivinoda Thakur calls Bharavahi. Bharavahi means one who carries Bhara, load. So we become very dogmatic with our principles. We ought to be strict like that. We become strict with others, lenient with the self. So we talk only principles, dogmatic values, without understanding the purpose of the religion. So sometimes the Brahmanas got into that dogmatic values. We have to follow the rituals and rules and the things. We are not developing love for Krishna. The bhava in the heart should be there. And they are not following bhakti practices also. So bharavahi, we should not become bharavahi, we should be saragrahi, the seeker of the essence of religion, not the external things. Of course, when we are chanting his name, when we are hearing his pastimes, they are not external. They are actually the internal antaranga shakti of the Lord. We are worshipping, we are directly in contact with Krishna. But performing sacrifices, austerities, and other things are external things. They are helpful to guide us, but they are not all in all. We should not be so attached to that. That's what Krishna is instructing. That is the lesson he is giving to everyone. Don't become like the Brahmanas. Become like the wives of the Brahmanas. Even though they have not gone to Gurukul, they did not go to Gurukul at that time. They did not study the Vedas. They did not perform the ritualistic sacrifices. Yet they have achieved the perfection. They had full love for Krishna. They were just Nimnagaha. It was mentioned that just like a river running toward the ocean, they were just going toward Krishna without anything care. That attitude should be there. I just want to go toward Krishna. Did that help? Yes, okay. Any other points or reflections before we continue? We have some more minutes also today. Yes. Okay, we will continue. This is verse number 10 to 11. Okay. Desha-kala prithak dravyam mantra-tantra vijognayah mantra-tantra vijognayah devataya jamanascha kratur dharmascha yanmayah tam brahma paramam sakshat
Bhagavantam Madhokshajam Manushya Drishtya Dushprajna Martyatmano Namenire. Translation.
Although the ingredients of sacrificial performance, the place, time, particular paraphernalia, mantras, rituals, priests, fires, demigods, performer, offering, and the as yet unseen beneficial results are all simply aspects of his opulences. The Brahmins saw Lord Krishna as an ordinary human because of their privileged intelligence, perverted intelligence. They fail to recognize that he is the supreme absolute truth, the directly manifest personality of Godhead, whom the material senses cannot ordinarily perceive. Thus, bewildered by their false identification with the mortal body, they did not show him proper respect.
Okay, we can go to the verse. Desha, Kala, Pratag, Dravyam. So these are the ingredients or requirements for a sacrifice. Desha, you have to do in a proper place. You cannot perform a yajna in a desert. It says you need to perform in a place where Krishna Sara deer, there is a deer called Krishna Sara, where it walks around, you have to perform yajna there. Now you have to find out where is that Krishna Sara deer. So auspicious places, inauspicious places we should not perform. Desha, Kala, time should be auspicious. That is why there is a Veda Anga called Jyotisha. The main purpose of Jyotisha is to find out the right time for performing sacrifice. That is the main purpose for Jyotisha. You have to look at the time. You cannot perform morning anytime. Same with when you are chanting Savitri or Gayatri mantra. It's a Vedic mantra, Gayatri mantra. So there are rules. Tatrarpita niyamita smaranena kala. There is no time and rules for holy name, Harinam. You can do any time. But for your Gayatri, you have time. You have to perform. There is like 3 grades of levels. We will not discuss that now. But there is a time for performing proper. We cannot perform anytime we like. Pratak dravyam, various ingredients you would need, like you would want to put barley, rice and other items. Mantra should be proper. Tantra, you should know the procedures properly. Ritvik. Somebody is saying, wow, what is he saying, Ritvik? No controversies here. So Ritvik here means a priest. Okay, the priest. And then you have the devatas whom you are going to worship. Yajaman. Yajaman is the person who is sponsoring the sacrifice. So the benefits will go to that Yajaman. There was actually in 1995, there was a animal sacrifice performed. There was a last known animal sacrifice they have performed in somewhere in the Kerala. Somebody has recorded and documented that, the whole procedure. Say one person is Yajaman. They were interviewing him. What do you want? I want to go to Swarga. So they have a lot of, you watch the documentary, you will see that how much elaborate procedure they are, undergoing through to perform that sacrifice. So Yajaman, the benefit goes to the Yajaman, not the performers of the sacrifice. Okay. Kratuhu, actually the Vedic sacrifice itself, dharma, the result of the sacrifice, these are all nothing but the Supreme Lord. So we have in Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter, one verse. How does that verse go? 4.24, can you open? 4.24. Brahmarpanam brahmahave brahmagno brahmanahutam brahmaivatena gantavyam brahmakarma samadhina. Translation. A person who is fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness is sure to attain the spiritual kingdom because of his full contribution to spiritual activities in which the consummation is absolute and that which is offered is of the same spiritual nature. So Prabhupada is writing for Krishna conscious people. If you go to the verse, Brahma Arpanam, what is being offered in the sacrifice? That is Brahman, Krishna himself. Okay, Brahma Havihi, the what is that? The ghee you are doing, that is also Brahman. Okay, Brahma Agno, the fire is also Brahman. Brahmana Hutam, who is doing the sacrifice? He is also Brahman, Krishna. Brahma eva tena gantavyam, whom he will attain. What is the fruit? What is the dharma? We saw. What is the fruit of the yagya? Brahman, Krishna. Brahma karma samadhina, everything is just Krishna. Fully. This applies to devotees, which is what Prabhupada is taking, saying that when devotees perform some activity, that activity is Krishna's internal Shakti. There is no difference between Krishna and his internal Shakti. We chant, that is Krishna. We go and distribute books, that is Krishna. We preach, that is Krishna. Everything is Krishna. So, going back to the other verse, not this one, yes. The whole sacrifice is nothing but a form of Krishna. But they forgot Krishna and they are disrespecting Krishna. They are ignoring Krishna. That is what he is saying. Tam Brahma Paramam Shakshat. That Sakshat Bhagavan. He has come and asked. Sorry, sometimes I shout. Somebody says that, you are shouting. So, Sakshat Bhagavan has come to your door. And then he is asking. But how these Brahmanas behave? Manushya Drishtiya. They are looking at it like, these are human beings. Manushya Drishti. Krishna scolds these people in 7.24. What is the verse? Avajananti Mamuda Manushim Tanum Apsirita. I have taken a human form. That's what these people are thinking. Avajananti Mamuda. They are disrespecting me. Avajananti. When you say Guru Avagya, Avagya means disrespect. Okay? So, Avajananti. So they are disrespecting me. Here, Manushya Drishtiya. They are disrespecting. Martyamanaha. These people are just Martyatmanaha. They are thinking their body is the self because they want to just enjoy. Maximum they will think about, I want to enjoy in my mind. That's all. That's how their thing is. So Shukadeva Goswami is scolding them. We'll look at one more verse and then we'll stop. Nate yat omiti prochu naneti cha parantapa Gopa nirashaf pratyetya tatochu Krishna Ramayo. Translation.
When the Brahmanas failed to reply even with a simple yes or no, O chastiser of the enemy, Parikshit, O chastiser of the enemy, the cowherd boys returned disappointed to Krishna and Ram and reported this to them.
Okay. So, go to the verse, please. Their book distribution did not go well on that day. So they came and reported back, we didn't distribute anything like that. So they couldn't collect the food. They are very disappointed that they wanted to serve sincerely Krishna and then they did not get the result. But Krishna does not see the result. He sees the act. But Malini Mataji sees the results. Payment, okay. So we are also, that's the payment, okay. So here, they didn't say Om. So generally when you say Om, means you say yes, we will give. They didn't say no. These Brahmanas, they didn't say Om. So you would see that in
second chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, when Krishna actually was appearing, he first said to the Yogamaya, you go and appear before me. Seventh child was a girl, that was Yogamaya. So when Krishna gave that instruction to Yogamaya, Yogamaya said, Om, to reply. And then in 9th canto you have, 8th canto I guess, anyways, the Bali Maharaj pastime. So Bali Maharaj said, I will give this charity to you, to Vamandev. Immediately Sukracharya running and then came and said, no, you should not, because Vishnu has come, he will take away everything from you. Don't give. Then Bali Maharaj said, no, I have said I will give. Then Sukracharya says, no, you didn't say Om. Unless you say Om, it is not, it's okay. Now, devotees are thinking, should we use this tactic? Prabhu, are you coming for the service? Yes, I didn't say Om. So here, they didn't say Om. They didn't say no also. They just ignored. You see, why do we need to respond to them? These people are just Vaishyas. We don't need to respond to them. That was their attitude. So they didn't do. And then they first went to Krishna. Krishna Ramayoho. Where did they first go? They went to Krishna. They were very much disappointed. And they were thinking that if you go and report to Balram, he will get angry. He'll just take a grass and then you'll say, die. So it happened to whom? Romaharshan. Yeah? Romaharshan was giving Bhagavatam class. He didn't give respect. Balram took a grass and then said, die. So Balram will get angry. So they first went to Krishna. And then here, Parantapa. This is Shukadeva Goswami's addressing Parikshit Maharaj. Parantapa. Parantapa, chastiser of the enemy. Para means enemy, tapa means chastising. Because he saw that Parikshit Maharaj was getting angry. How these Brahmanas are not giving this. If they were in my kingdom, I would have just, took them out. So then he said, Sukadeva Goswami, Parantapa, please control your anger. And later they become devotees. He saw that, Parikshit Maharaj is so absorbed in the katha, and then he was getting angry. Parantapa. So we'll stop our class here. Thank you everyone for coming and benefiting me. Thank you. Hare Krishna. I think we are already running out of time. We ran out of time, right? No?
Yeah, but today we don't have anything afterwards.
Oh, I see.
So
okay.
we have all the time.
Thank you, Prabhu, for the wonderful class. Prabhu, I wanted to check the wives of the Brahmanas. What kind of rasa did they have with Krishna? That was my first question. And then I also had a question about Shantaras, maybe after.
So, it's a very good question. What kind of rasa they had, the wives? They actually have Madhuri rasa toward Krishna. Okay. Now, I have to do research, before answering. I cannot simply come and say, I think they are having Madhuri rasa. No. I did research. So, I found one thing. When I was researching in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, I couldn't find anywhere wives of Brahmanas. I was just searching after searching, I couldn't find. He gives generally examples for different rasas there. Then I saw toward the end of the book, wives of the Brahmanas are there. Okay, we'll look it up. You know what is that topic? The topic was Rasabhas. How come the wives of the Brahmanas? Just the whole thing I read, it's all full of glorification. How come the wives of Brahmanas are mentioned under the topic Rasabhas? And then he goes this verse, maybe we'll just recite this verse. This is...
So, this is called Uparasa. Maybe I cannot share, it's okay. So, Uparasa. So, you have in Rasa Bas, there's a topic called Rasa Bas. What is not really Rasa? What is a little bit lesser Rasa? Three things are there under that. Uparasa, Anurasa, Aparasa. Aparasa are what demons have toward the Lord. So demons have angry thing toward the Lord. That's aparasa. It's not even rasa. Then you have anurasa. We'll come to anurasa later. The current topic is uparasa. Upanishad. What does it mean? Coming near, coming close. It's not actually the thing. It's close. Or it's also inferior. You say there is Nanda and Upananda. You know, younger brother of Nanda Maharaj is called Upananda. It's lower. So it comes under the topic Uparasa. And then Uparasa, it's not really rasa, a little bit lesser than rasa. There, Rupa Goswami puts this example of wives of the Bramanas. And then I was like, what is this? So he says, if there is a discrepancy in the actors in the relationship, so you have husband and wife. Husband have love toward the wife. Wife does not love back husband. There is a discrepancy, one-sided love, what we call. So that is not a complete love. So you cannot experience full rasa in that. Okay. So when the wives of the Brahmanas had for Krishna, they had love. But from Krishna's side, he had some restriction. Why? These are Brahmanas. These are not Vaishya gopis. So he had some restriction. They should be respected rather than just to go around with them. Right? So he had a restriction. So he puts that under Uparasa. But then he himself is not satisfied. So he writes next verse. The next verse he says, actually, Atyantika Bhava. He says Atyantika Bhava. If the love of both the persons are absent, past, present and future, then it is called Uparasa. But in the case of the wives of the Brahmanas, it is not the case. He himself says, he gave the example and then he changes his statement in the next verse. No, that's not the case with the wives of the Brahmanas. Why? After they meet Krishna, so they met Krishna, Krishna sent them back home. You have to go back home. Okay. And then they gave the food. They brought food. This is what they are asking for. He was feeding everyone. It said Krishna actually ate. Our acharyas actually put in the commentary that actually Krishna first he did not eat because he felt bad. That he sent them back. Because what Krishna says, once you reach me, you never return. Here they returned home. So he felt very bad. So he couldn't take food. Krishna also feels bad. He couldn't take the food. And then later, looking at the boys, they will feel sad. So for their sake, then he actually started taking food. So he says, Krishna after that he developed actually love for them. So in the beginning he did not have equal love, but later he developed love. It was a one-sided love, it became a two-sided love. So this is not Uparasa, he says. So therefore, the wives of the Brahmanas is not Uparasa, it is actual Madhurya Rasa. Initially it was like a Uparasa, but then it became fully matured when Krishna also started reciprocating them. Then they have proper Madhurya Rasa.
Do they come back again, Prabhu? Because it's not mentioned in the Bible.
It's not mentioned, but they took the spiritual body, at least in Acharya's commentaries they mention, and then they united with the Krishna. In one example, they actually give that. What form they united, that's not given. Whether they had the Gopis form or they have the Yajnapatni's form, that's not mentioned. So I do not know.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you.
My other question was, if somebody else has, then maybe I can do after anybody else.
We can take that as the last question.
Okay. Prabhu, so Shantaras, right? It is very hard to understand the Shantaras, and the examples that are given are Dhruva Maharaj, then Prahlad Maharaj, they're also the Shantaras. So Shantaras, does it mean that there is any service or is it just appreciation? It's I mean, it is little confusing. If you can please help.
Yeah,
us.
okay. So I did a research on this because I have also heard in some lectures that Prahlad Maharaj is in Shantaras. And if you look at Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, 2nd chapter or 3rd chapter, here says Mahaprabhu comes to this world to give 4 rasas. Huh? What are the 4 rasas? Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. That is servitorship, you have servant and master, that relationship. Dasya, Sakya, friendship, you can be friends with Krishna. And then Vatsalya, you can be parents, like parents to Krishna. And Madhurya, you can be like a lover to Krishna. Shantaras is the last one. Mahaprabhu did not even come to give that rasa. Rupa Goswami mentions that part of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Still, he says, those who had previously impersonal understanding of the Lord, when they take to bhakti, what they will get is a Shantarasa. Because their attachment to that impersonal Brahman did not fully leave unless it is by the mercy of a great devotee. The case of 4 Kumaras we see, they were impersonalists and then they got rasa, their rasa. And then Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, because they offended Jaya and Vijay, they didn't get Dasiras, they got only Shantaras. They could only get up to that. And then they were eternally in that Shantaras. Now, so Shantaras is a little bit to put down. So, for Prahlad Maharaj, there is a verse in the 7th canto of Bhagavatam, where he says, give me Dasyaras. Dasye, you give me Dasyaras. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur there, he writes that he is actually in Dasyaras. Same with other devotees like Dhruva Maharaj and many devotees mentioned in Bhagavatam, they are in Dasyaras. Though I have also heard that in lectures that they are in Shantaras. I couldn't find anywhere that they are mentioned as Shantaras. They are mentioned by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, and here also there is the verse in Bhagavatam itself, 7th canto, where he says, Kimi Dasya. Prahlad Maharaj himself directly says. So they are in Dasyaras, because in Dasyaras only actual service starts. In Shantaras, you have appreciation for the Lord, very distant. You just think, oh, when Krishna comes, here is the impersonal Brahman walking around. You will be like that. You don't appreciate much the personality per se, but that impersonal thing is mentioned. But from Dasyaras, then he says a person. I have to serve him. He's my master. He is my lover. He is my friend. I have to, do. He's hungry. I'll go and beg food for him, like that. All these things, that service will only happen. And Prahlad Maharaj actually does service to Narsinghadev. So he's in that Dasyaras. Same with Dhruva Maharaj as well. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, we'll stop here. Thank you, devotees. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha ananta gauri vaishnavrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. Ki jai.
Thank you, Vraja Prabhu, for initially starting with the Japa session and then followed by Srimad Bhagavatam class. So next is Prasad. Prasad will be served shortly. Thank you.